Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1, Vindi Saputra, Izhal Milatul Aliyah, and Tiara Flavia. Today, we will explain about Introduction to Behavioral Accounting and Behavioral Science Concept and Perspective. So, enjoy the video. Chapter 1 about Introduction to Behavioral Accounting. The traditional role of accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is a service discipline whose function is to provide relevant and timely information about the financial affairs of businesses and not-for-profit entities to assist internal and external users in making economic decisions. There are some types of accounting. The first one is financial accounting and the second one is the management accounting. The emphasis in financial accounting is on reporting to external users. The information presented is governed by generally accepted accounting principles or GAAP, the rules that prescribe the manner of presentation and the method of computation. Management accounting is concerned with internal reporting. The information presented to manager is not bound by GAAP, rather, it is governed by the information needs of the decision makers. Behavioral accounting is the third major branch of accounting. It is concerned with the relationship between human behavior and the accounting system. Its domain includes both financial and managerial accounting. The next point is about the behavioral dimension of accounting. Like we said before, behavioral accounting includes both financial and managerial accounting. Behavioral accounting goes beyond the traditional accounting role of collecting, measuring, recording, and reporting financial information. It is that dimension of accounting concerned with human behavior and its relationship with the design, construction, and use of an efficient accounting information system. Behavioral accounting, by considering the relationship between human behavior and the accounting system, reflects the social dimension of an organization and becomes thereby a vital supplement to the financial information that accountants currently report. The scope of behavioral accounting are classified into three general areas. The first one is the effect of human behavior on the design, construction, and use of the accounting system. This area of behavioral accounting is concerned with how the attitudes and philosophies of management affects the nature of accounting control and the functioning of the organization. The second one is the effect of the accounting system on human behavior. This area of behavioral accounting is concerned with how the accounting system affects motivation, productivity, decision-making, job satisfaction, and cooperation. And the third one is methods to predict and strategies to change human behavior. This third area of behavioral accounting is concerned with how accounting system can be used to influence behavior. Decision makers who use accounting reports are better informed when those reports contain as much relevant information as possible. Accountants acknowledge this fact through a time-honored accounting principle known as full disclosure. This principle requires not only supplementary explanations and additional details supporting the reported financial data, but also the reporting and explanation of critical non-financial organizational events. This additional information is reported either within the framework of the financial statements or in notes accompanying the statements. To sharpen the economic picture of a firm, a logical and necessary application of the full disclosure principle would require the inclusion of behavioral information to supplement the financial and other data presently reported. In fact, behavioral information about major business organizations is standard fare in the business press. The next point is about historical development of behavioral accounting. The accounting profession's awareness of an interest in the behavioral aspects of the disciplines began to develop in the early 1950s. In June 1951, the Controllership Foundation of America sponsored a research study that explored the impact of budgets on people. The study was carried out under the direction of the School of Business and Public Administration of Cornell University. This research resulted in a number of tentative conclusions about the behavioral pitfalls in budgets and budgeting and a numerous thought-provoking suggestions for possible remedies. The research was then used by Chris Argyris as the foundation for the 1953 landmark Harvard Business Review article called "Human Problem with Budgets", which introduced the problem area and with it accounting behavioral dimensions to a broader business audience. Beginning in the late 1960s and continuing into the 1980s, increasing numbers of behavioral articles have appeared in professional accounting journals. These articles are quite diverse. Early articles attempt to define behavioral accounting. Later articles discuss certain behavioral science concepts and theories in terms of their relevance to accounting and their implication for accounting principles and practices. Some articles deal with the effects of the accounting system and accounting reports on decision-making. Still others reported the result of behavioral experiments in an effort to learn about the relationship between the accounting system and improvements to organizational effectiveness and efficiency.
Now we move to Chapter 2, a survey of behavioral science concept and perspective. First, we will talk about scope and objectives of behavioral science. Behavioral science is the human side of social science. Social science include the disciplines of anthropology, economics, history, political science, psychology, and sociology. Behavioral science includes psychology and sociology. The behavioral aspects of economics and political science, for example, consumer behavior and voter behavior, and the behavioral aspect of anthropology, areas such as archaeology, technical linguistics, and physical anthropology will be excluded. Next topic is scope and objectives of behavioral accounting. Behavioral accountants focus on the relationship between human behavior and the accounting system. They realize that accounting process involves summarizing huge number of economic events that are the result of human behavior, and that accounting measurements themselves are among the factors that affect behavior, which in turn determines the success of those economic events. Behavioral accountants also realize that they can deliberately design information systems to influence employee motivation, morale, and productivity. Their responsibility goes beyond simple data measurement and data aggregation to include the perception and use of accounting report by others. Behavioral accountants believe that a major purpose of accounting report is to influence behavior in order to motivate desirable actions. The introduction of behavioral science to accounting is an important in the development of the profession. It has opened a new body of knowledge with which accounting professionals should be familiar. In turn, the awareness of the relationship between human behavior and accounting has provided accountants with yet another tool for assessing and solving organizational problems. Behavioral science and behavioral accounting. Their similarities and difference. Behavioral science is concerned with the explanation and prediction of human behavior. Behavioral accounting is concerned with the relationship between human behavior and accounting, while behavioral science is a subset of social science. Behavioral accounting is a subset of both accounting and behavioral science. Here's some difference between behavioral accountants and applied behavioral science. Perspective on human behavior. Psychology, sociology, and social psychology. The three major contributors to behavioral science knowledge are psychology, sociology, and social psychology. I'll seek to describe and explain human behavior. but they differ in their overall perspective on human condition. Psychology is primarily interested in how the individual behaves. The focus is on the action of people as they respond to stimuli and in their environment. And human behavior is explained in terms of individual traits, drives, and motives. The emphasis is on the person as an organism. Sociology and social psychology, on the other hand, focus on group or social behavior. Their emphasis is on the interaction between people, not on physical stimuli. Behavior is explained in terms of social relations, social influence, and group dynamic. An attempt is made to understand how a person, thought, feeling, and action are influenced by the actual, imagined, or implied presence of others. The emphasis is on the person of part of a social system. There are many complex factors that influence human behavior, including individual needs and motivation, group pressure, organizational demand, and so on.
Organizational influence on behavior. People work within the confines of organizations. Their behavior is affected by many factors, including organizational size and structure. Management leadership styles or philosophies, authority or responsibility relationships, status relationships, and group norms also affect behavior and organizational functioning. We will discuss some behavior science concepts by examining a hypothetical business firm from the point of view of the Vice President of Finance, who is in charge of all aspects of financial planning and control. From the organization chart that shows, individuals are hired to fill this position and to execute the duties, and they are held accountable for meeting predetermined standards of performance. The Vice President of Finance is a case in point. The duties of the office are clearly prescribed, and the Vice President's behavior toward others in the organization should be rational means of fulfilling these responsibilities. Role theory. The set of behavior patterns or behavior response that we will expect and require the Vice President of Finance to exhibit is referred to as a social role. Roles may be defined simply as the parts that people play in their interactions with others. A social role defines the right, duties, obligations, and appropriate behavior of people who hold a particular position in a particular social context. In formal groups or organizations, roles are explicitly defined, usually in an organizational manual or set of bylaws. In informal groups, they are understood. The actual behavior components of a role is called a norm. Norms are the expectation and requirements of behavior that are appropriate for a specific role. For example, the Vice President of Finance, the Vice President Secretary, and independent auditor are each expected to be on time for meetings, to be appropriately dressed, and to be relatively polite to each others. Social structure. The systematic study of human behavior depends on two facts. First, that people act in regular and recurring patterns. Second, that people are not isolated creators, but they interact with others. If people do not act in regular patterns, there would be no basis for behavior science. People do engage in repetitive behavior. We arise at certain times, perform morning rituals, go to school or work, fulfill our responsibilities, and so on. The term social structure refers to the pattern relationships between various social subsystems and individuals that make possible the functioning of the society, social organization, and social group. The last is culture. Culture is the way of life of society. Society cannot exist without culture, and culture cannot exist outside of the society. First, we discuss about the idealistic versus materialistic frameworks. The idealistic frameworks hold that cultural norms or behavior can be explained in terms of people ideas and values. For example, a theological society will have values that differ from those in a secular society. In contrast to this idealistic framework, there is a materialistic frameworks. Materialistic frameworks exposed by Karl Marx and his followers that holds that ideas are not the prime cause of behavior. Second, we discuss about the interactionist framework. The symbolic of interactionist framework holds that meaning and reality are socially determined through the process of people interacting with each others, reaching mutual definitions of social situations, and collectively agreeing on what is. And the last is other frameworks. Behavior can also be explained in terms of attitudes, motivation, perception, learning, and personality. These concepts are discussed in the next chapter.
So that's all the explanation about today's topics. We hope you all understand about what we already explained. Thank you for watching and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.